Yo, test, test. Yo, yo, yo. It's a bit loud. Hello, hello, hello. All right. The fuck? Yeah, so we're doing some track feedback today. Bound to Divide 6, I thought I would take his day. uh, right, so 1 second, I'll just put it in here. So it's been a while since I've done any track feedback, so I thought I should probably do some. So yeah, we're going to start with Craig, Manu, Mix Warp, and Mado. A few to get through. Hello there. Yo, the gang, the usual suspects in the place. I'm trying to sort out my my display. It looks pretty shit. Let me. The frame is not the same size as the. Oh yeah. I've got this chat box as well, which is very small. Is it this one? Donation goals. You can't see it. Oh, there we go. How do I make this bigger? I'm trying to make the chat thing bigger. Where might be this browse thing. Yeah, I think it's this. Somebody type something. I'll make this pretty big. Yeah, there we go. Okay. If I put it here, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Should have done this before, but you know how it is. Let's make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Cool. All right, we got the whole gang. Do you guys all like work from home? I swear you're always in the streams. You're living that chilled life. Working from home is the best. Okay, so might just start. I think. How many? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like COVID pushed a lot of people into working from home, and they were like, "Oh shit, I quite like this. I'm gonna keep doing this." It's pretty nice, but it makes you get pretty lazy. I think, at least for me, it's very easy to just be like, I'm just gonna chill. You're a gamer and a do you earn from gaming, or you just have fun? This is my first time having this batch of tea, so it's always hard to judge how much to put in. So this could be really strong, or it could be weak. I guess we'll find out in like half an hour. I'll be like a zombie. All right, so I think I'll just get started. Ooh. I think maybe, yeah, that way I can get through. There's not that many. Should be able to get through everyone. You probably don't need to donate, guys, unless you join late. But yeah, so let's begin. I think. All right, so this is Craig Faded soprano. Let's go. Is the audio all good? I'm guessing it is because you can hear me. Maybe I can be a bit louder. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah. It's happening, Carlos. It's happening, Brian. Mick Swart, Mason, Andrew. I don't know if Craig's in. Craig, are you in here? Before I start slagging you off. Yeah, thank you for the donations. Yeah, remind me because it comes up on this little thing. But I don't see it. Wait, let me just turn this. Yeah, I think I got rid of the donation alert. It's quite annoying, but yeah, I will. Thank you, Amedo and Manu. And Andrew, you bought me a coffee. Okay. All right, I will. Yeah, I'll do Amedo next, and then Manu. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so this song, it's all very sparkly. I don't know if that's the right word. It's got a lot of like light melodies. It needs a little bit of a bit of a deep, moody groove in there, just a little bit, just like a bit of a nice deep bass or something. It's all very like happy and pretty. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it's in need of something a little bit dirty in there. There's something wrong with the melody as well. I think some of the notes might be a little bit off. Yeah, like there. It's not like it's in key, but it's like you could have made smart choices. You could have chose a different note, I think. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Also, the sound design is just very thin. I think maybe you could try layering it with something like a lower octave, or even dropping it down an octave and not having it so open with so much resonance. Like try to, just close it down a little bit, have the envelope not open so much. I think it will give it a little bit more depth and character. Oh, thanks, man. I think this tea's strong. Fuck. I'm only halfway through and I'm getting those feelings. I like that sax. Yeah, the problem is, I think, with the mix, the bass is not really there. I can't really hear the bass. I mean, yeah, it's super quiet. You've got this kind of sub bass that's just like no, 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 and then you've got like the drums and all the other stuff that's quite a bit louder. You need, bring up the bass a little bit. Maybe add a little bit of like overdrive or saturation to it to have a bit of a warmer mids to it, or lower mid, sorry. But the sax is very, very nice. Potentially a little bit too much reverb on it, but it's nice. At this point here, also with the drums, you could have a bit more of an open hat there on the free. I think that's going to help a bit. You've just got this kind of rolling shaker loop or whatever it is, and there's not really much else going on with the drums. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's got a nice vibe to it, but it's just missing that kind of deep body that you need. You're missing it feels like an entire low end section. Just like the sub's not really present at all, and yeah, the lower mids are not really present, so it doesn't feel very like driving. But you've got some nice melodic content in there. Just work a little bit on the sound design on the melody, make it feel a little bit warmer. Maybe I think just a case of dropping it down an octave. And then besides that, I mean, I think it's pretty good. I'd give it, if I was going to rate it out of 10, I'll give it a 5 or 6. Just because it needs work with the drums, needs work with the bass and the mix and the sound design. But there's a nice idea there. All right, cool. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna be rating tracks out of 10. Decided. It's gonna be my new thing. Yeah, people saying in the chat adding a Reese bass could definitely work, or even like a funky stabby bass, something rhythmical but just nice and big and warm. All right, so this is Manu Come Closer. Oh, just load it into Ableton. See the bass on this already. It's got. It's not. I mean, it's not even in the full bit yet, but you can feel it a little bit. It's there. I'm gonna turn this one up. There's some low end. Could use a bit of bongo in this. Oh, there we go. Couldn't have timed that any better. Okay, yeah, I just want to say before I forget, it's sounding absolutely spot on, like almost perfect. The melody's nice here, and the arrangement's really nice. The mix is really, really nice, and the bass is spot on, and the drums is really nice. But this, like, see, here I was like, okay, cool, something new's going to come in. Something's going to evolve, which it did. Like, you evolved that melody. But I feel like you, rather than just kind of layering that top line, or just opening it up more, maybe you could have brought in a bit of a counter melody or something like some kind of like bass stab or something like a little bit deep in there would have been nice. I don't think this is, I mean, it helps, like it helps to make the track feel like it's evolving, having this additional top line in here or whatever it is, or the additional layering on the melody. But I don't think it's like, oh yeah, cool, it's really bringing a lot to the track. It's just like, okay, cool, something new's happening, but not anything that special. I think you could have probably got away with either like stopping that melody there and then doing something new, or having that melody filtered down and then you have this other new element in. But yeah, otherwise it's sounding almost perfect. nice. Yeah, man, really, really nice. It's a solid 8 out of 10, possibly 9. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I think it needed that something extra to make it feel a bit special or something memorable about it. It's like a very clean produced song, very nice, like very groovy. It's a bit of a like middle of the set song. But yeah, for it to stand out, I think you could have elevated something a little bit more, like a bit more creativity, I would say, like on this section here, rather than just having that little additional top line. But besides that, very, very, very nice. I enjoyed that. All right, cool. Let's move on. So yeah, I mean, you all donated, so I'm just gonna go through the list. All right, so this is Mix Warp. What did you say? Yeah, man. Let's get your ear on this organic Afro style. Happily. Great groove. Very, very nice groove. I think my only opinion on it is like personal taste thing. I think just that lead melody, I think the sound design on it could be better, or even not. It could be better if it wasn't a synth. Maybe if you could find something like a hang drum or something that's actually into like the Afro realm. I don't think the synth is really like, it doesn't feel like it's connecting with the rest of the things in the track. But I mean, it doesn't sound bad. The melody's nice. You could potentially do a little bit more work with the sound design to try and get it to feel a little bit nicer. It just feels a bit thin. Maybe a bit of saturation could help. Or yeah, I'm not sure. Messing with the waveform a little bit. But besides that, it's really nice. You could possibly have saved the clap until a little bit later on in the track. So just like having those perks in the bongos and the hats and the kick rolling, and then save the clap until later in the track. So because obviously that's like where a lot of the drive comes in, and you're giving it away quite early on. not in love with the piano sound. I like the notes and whatnot. Maybe you need what piano are you using? It just sounds a little bit. I don't know what the word is. Naff? That's not the word. I don't know. It could just be a little bit more lush. You know what I mean? Feels a bit like one of those keyboards with like the speakers attached to the keyboard, like you know what you haven't had in school. Yeah, switch that shit. Free out of 10. The piano, yeah. Yeah, man, really solid. I like the groove, and the drop was nice. It was a nice bit of impact. The bass is good. The drums are very solid. I would say my only thing is what I've already said is that I'm not in love with that melody. The melody sound design. It's a bit hard to tell whether something's down to the melody or it's the sound design, but I think it's the sound design. Like, I personally would use some kind of like mallet or marimba or hang drum or something, like really go into that organic Afro world, and I think it will sound a little bit more natural, I guess. And then this shit piano. Yeah, I'm not in love with the piano. I mean, it's not that bad, but it just could be better. It could just be a case of like compressing it and like adding saturation to it and using like a nice reverb. You could probably make it sound a bit more lush, but for me, it doesn't sound that nice. But yeah, other than that, man, really like it, Mixwalk. Good job. I like the vocal and stuff like that. Yeah, it's good. All right, moving on. Out of 10, give it a I'm gonna say 7. Yeah, it's not quite in the 8 or 9 territory. I'm not sure if I'm going to hear a 10 today. We'll see. Could be from Amado. Let us see. Nice lady. that melody, like it feels like it doesn't come home. It feels like dun 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 dun, dun, and then you go. It's like you go back up instead of going down to the kind of like a home note. Yeah, there. Yeah, I love this sound. Really, really nice, and I love the groove. I think I just don't like that melody or the. Yeah, I think it's just the melody. In fact, I don't think the sound's actually that bad. But it's just like when it came back in, I was like, didn't really like appreciate it. And when it first came in, I wasn't like, oh yeah, that's really nice. But I really like everything else. And I love that it's like constantly changing, and the drums feel like you've like played them in almost all the way through the track. They feel like they're constantly like different in a good way. Before I forget, you know where you could send this kind of stuff to is to Soul Selectors. You know who they are? Because I play this kind of stuff in at this bar where I work, because I have to play like tribal housey stuff, and yeah, some of the stuff sounds like this. So if you don't know who they are, you might know. Soul Selector. You probably do. You DJ'd for a while, haven't you? But I think it's Selectors. Yeah. Yeah. I would try them with this kind of stuff, because it's very like different, and yeah, it's well produced. Like you can tell that you know what you're doing. But yeah, I think just like little adjustments on, and even, but to be fair, like that melody, I think it would work well in this genre. I think it's because I'm not so used to, you know, that type of melody. I love this bridge over here. Very pretty. That vocal, it felt a little bit out of key, and also didn't really make any sense with the track. It was like a splice, like almost not poppy vocal, but just not like from the wrong genre. It should. I personally feel like it should have been something like in another language. It should have just been like, ah, da, 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 or something like that. I think that would have worked better. Potentially, what you could have benefited from in this is switching the bass on the second half here. I mean, you don't have to, but I think it could have benefited from like just a different bass groove here. I really like that sound that you've got here. I think that really makes the track. But yeah, and otherwise, I'm enjoying the vibe a lot. It's good. Oh, what's happening, Madeira? Yeah, man. Really nice. Enjoyed that one. Got solid idea there. All right, cool. We'll go with Mason. Hey, man. Hopefully you get to review this. I have had previous feedback on this, so I know I need to automate the melodic elements a bit more after the main drop. I also need to work on the break and keep it interesting. This is where I'd love to get your take on what to do on the break section. Okay. I like that. He knows what he wants, so he asks for it. Yeah, the kick is solid as fuck. Very nice. Good start. Yeah, I just want to pause here because this is where you were asking about. It's really nice, this bridge. I mean, it's not boring. Like, it's not a sense where I'm like, oh, I wish something else was here or something else needs to happen. I think maybe what you could have done is just with the original synth stab, I would have maybe just filtered it a little bit more before it came in. It comes in a little bit too open, but it's a very minor detail. But it stays interesting because you're evolving the melody up until that point. Possibly you could have built like more with pads and things like that, so it was a bit more tension and a bit more, I don't want to say chaos, but more like, yeah, more tension is probably the best thing the word I'm looking for. Possibly like some more drum fills and like a fake drop here, like a little gap. It just needed a little bit more, I think, to bring it over the edge. A little drum fill as well could have been really cool. But other than that, the track's sounding really, really nice. I'm enjoying it a lot. The progression's nice. The melodies are all good. Drums are solid. Mix is solid. At this point here, maybe what you could have been adding is a ride or something like that, a bit of a bigger open hat, just so the drums feel like they're revolving more, adding a bit more energy before you come to like the end of the track. Yeah, man, really, really, really solid. It's like almost at a signing point. I think you definitely could get it signed. But if you wanted to get it signed to like a good label and it to do well, I think you do need a bit of a vocal, unfortunately. What you have is like a really nice bass, nice drums, nice melody and sound design, but then it's like, oh, what's the thing that's going to draw you back to it or make it memorable or make it stand out? Because when you get to this point, when your production, when you're making very solid tracks, you know what you're doing, your music theory and the sound design and stuff, then it's like, okay, how do you then stand out above the rest of the noise? Because a lot of people get to the point where they can produce solid tracks that are arranged nice and they're mixing solid and the melodies are nice and all that, but it's just like how to elevate it. And so I think what you do need is possibly a little bit of a vocal or some kind of like hook element, which is hard thing to describe, but the whole track is really, really nice. I mean, it's like a solid, I would almost say a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, but yeah, I think to make it stand out it does need a vocal, unfortunately. I hate saying that because I know how annoying it is to find a vocal, but you know what I mean. All right, cool. I think I don't think I need to listen to the rest. Very nice. But everything grooves really, really nicely. Like the melodies are nicely spaced out, so there's a lot of room for everything, which is great. No vocal. Yeah. Only vocal. It's an annoying one. I mean, I think we all do it. You all get your tracks to a point where you're like, okay, yeah, this is sounding like a very solid instrumental, and then you're like, but it needs that vocal. It's the difference between it getting onto like decent playlists and not a lot of the time, unfortunately. And that's what labels see as well. All right, cool. I'm just going to make sure I cover everyone who donated. Mason again, motherfucker. I'm not doing yours, Madeira. All right, until you finish our track, you're on a feedback ban. Nah, only joking. I'll be your sword. Alright, so this is Ford. I think he's next. I don't want to miss. Madeira did donate, but yeah, you donated, but fuck you. Yeah. I'm not giving. I'll refuse. You can donate $100, and I will still not listen. Nah, all right. Let's go to Madeira. I have to abide by the rules. Yeah, Ford. Sorry, I'm gonna come back to you. All right. Wait, I need to check. Did anyone else donate? Because I don't want to miss you. I know Andrew, you did, but you didn't send anything in, right? Man, this tea's kicking in. I'm feeling pretty high. That's good. You donated, and you're like before him. Good. I don't want to listen to Madeira's shit right now. Yeah, where are you? I'm sure I saw your here. Okay. Did you already submit this? Because like, if I'm gonna give you some feedback and you've already submitted it, it's like, what are you gonna do with the feedback? Guess it's just good to know. No trip for you. All right, cool. All right, let's go. This is Jonathan with the Leo Loretti remix. I've heard so many of these now, but I'll tell you if this one's better. Teat time. Isn't that a boob? Pretty sure teat means a boob or a tit. That feels weird. I'm not sure why. Is it just me? Something is... It's almost like warped or... Like it's rushed. It feels like it's a little bit rushed, I don't know. So corrupt, dust to dust. We'll escape from reality, give another chance to the dreams. No matter what, I will fight for us. Yeah. Oh, my voice broke. Yeah, here. Yeah, and Manu brought my attention to it. The sub is not loud enough here. It might be here. Yeah, it's not. You can kind of see the kick is a lot more dominant than the rest of the elements in the track. Maybe a little bit of compression on your. Maybe we can even do it. It might help to like lower the kick a little bit and bring the sub up. I think you need to just bring the sub up a little bit of saturation. Yeah, it needs a sub. It needs a stronger bass, sorry. The other thing, I mean, I really like it. It's nice, but because I've heard so many versions of this, I've heard that ARP a lot. I think like when you're doing a remix, I mean, it's good to use some of the elements from the original, but I think I personally wouldn't have used the ARP as well, just the vocal and like maybe like the chords, and then did something different with it, just so you're putting a bit more of your own spin on it. Because now, like from listening to a few versions of this, I'm hearing like, okay, they're starting to sound all really similar, even though they're remixes. They don't sound like it's not sounding particularly unique. This melody is, though, obviously this is adding a new element to it. No matter what. Yeah, it was nice. It was good, but yeah, it didn't give me the feels. I think probably because I've heard this bloody remix so many times. But I mean, yeah, it was a good vibe. I think you needed to mix it a little bit better, so like you can feel the low end a bit more. But the drums were nice, and I like that you like the arrangement. Like it did feel like you kept it busy, in a good way. But yeah, just didn't really have anything that stood out. I give it a 1 out of 10. No, it's a solid. I mean, it's hard to judge a remix. The vocals are really good, so it's like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. That's me being nice. I'm just being harsh to you, Jonathan, because you give a lot of feedback to people. You give a lot of shit to people. All right, so now we'll do. Now we will do Bloody Madeira. Wait, what is the first track you finished in 3 years? I'm sure don't you make stuff all the time? You sent me something like 2 weeks ago. Or not like, are they not like tracks? Because you sent me something from like your, the cyberpunk thing, I think. But yeah, okay, yeah. If it's your first track in 3 years, then it's a 8. It goes up. It gains 2 points. First dance track. Okay. Yeah. I actually did read that and then forgot. But okay, cool. Let's do Madeira. I've got high hopes. Let's. Oh, I'm not following you. I'm so sorry. Oh, I've heard this, I think.
Morning, sundown, I'm here, I'm bound. I still hear your footsteps on the ground. These days, lost count, silence so loud.
think it needs a bit of a dong. That's really, really nice. Needs a few whoops.
Sundown, I'm here, still bound. I keep praying you are here to see me now. All days, all love still hurts, it always does. And you is just a memory, is not enough. Between us, wherever you are, wherever you've gone, I hope you belong. Why did you have to leave us? Wherever you are, wherever you roam, I hope you're in a better place.
Yeah, that was a straight 1 out of 10. Absolute dog shit. No, yeah, really, really beautiful. But it did need a donk and a few wubs. Yeah, man, it was really good. Especially when like being blazed, that was a journey. Enjoyed that a lot. But just because you haven't worked on our track, I'll give it a 0 out of 10. All right, moving on. So now we're back to the list. We're on Ford. Yeah, it was really nice though. I could have listened to that over and over. It was a journey. It belonged in a film. Yeah, we're on Ford. Let's go.
I'll fight for right. Don't fret no more. I'll fight for us. I'll be strong. I'll fight for us.
Ah, fuck.
Don't fret no more. I'll fight for us.
Take me a minute to realise, even though it's called Fight for Us. Jesus. Time for bed.
I'll be your sword. I'll fight for right. Don't fret no more.
So yeah, like already this one stands out more to me than the others that I've heard. I apologize to you as well, Andrew, because I've heard yours a lot, but this one stands out more because it doesn't feel like too much of the original. And I think for Leo or whoever's going to be listening to the remix over and over and over and over again, they'll appreciate that more. It's a bit of a like breath of fresh air, and it's a nice track. I mean, there isn't too much going on with it could be a little bit more interesting, but it's very, very solid. I'm excited to hear the rest of it. And I'm not like, listen to that same vocal loop. I've listened to the same ARP. It's fresh.
I will fight for us. I'll be your sword. I will fight for us. Don't fret no more. I will fight for us. Inspired by we always hope. They want us to break down. Trying to divide us both. Erase what we found.
That's not in tune. that thing that you're adding there. I mean, I think I like the idea of it, but it's coming out of key, or it's at least clashing with the melodic elements that you have there.
But my heart, it urges to keep it close. So come on, light the way. And any evil that we cross will pay. No matter what, I'll fight.
Bro, how did you not hear that? Come on. This is all out of key. It blows my mind now people don't hear that, but I get it. But yeah.
Even if the world becomes so corrupt, dust to dust, we'll escape from reality. Give another chance to the dream.
Do you not hear like what it's doing to that vocal? It's like making it sound really bad because it's just not in key. Yeah, sorry, I should just keep beating you with like telling you it's out of key. I'm sure you're aware by now, but yeah, sort that tuning out. Oh man, it's a shame because this is a really nice drop. It works really well. It feels different. It's mixed really well, but god damn. Yeah, man. I mean, I've said all that I need to say. It's really nice though. This year, this could have made it like a potential winner with this, but you butchered it here. Yeah, really nice drop. You did a good job here. And the vocal comes in right on time. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice. Apart from that, I'll give like these sections a 7 or 8 out of 10, and this is getting a 1. You get 1 point for the effort of adding something new in there, which was nice, but you fucked up the key. All right, cool. Let's move on. Thanks for sending it in, Ford. I feel like the more and more high I'm getting, the more brutal I'm getting with the feedback. But I'm making myself laugh, so that's what's important. 3 out of 10. Jesus Christ. Nah, it gets more than that for the rest of it. Yeah, cool. All right. So this is Adam Kina, like that. I'm really, really loving this. This is my favorite track from the stream so far. But yeah, I think mix wise, that melody and the synth could just be a bit louder in relation to the kick. It feels like you've got like quite a bit of reverb directly on it, so it feels a little bit too washed in the mix. But it's a really nice sound, and the melody is really nice. I love the arrangement. Vocals really good. Drums are nice. This is almost a 10. Yeah, I'm going to be listening to that again, man. It was really nice. That's why I downloaded it. Really, really, really nice, man. There's not anything wrong with like the what's the word? I always forget the word. The creation side of things is absolutely beautiful. I think just mix. You could just possibly bridge the gap between the kick and the other elements a bit more. Just put like a bit of compression on the master, limit it a little bit, just so you can hear that really lovely synth a bit more. And the drums and stuff, they'll all come up as well. This actually has like this. I feel like it has the exact same sound design as what I've got on a track, and I think almost like the same chords. It was so when it first came in, I was like, "What the fuck? This is my track that no one's heard." Let me try and find it. You can already hear the tone is like the same. Yeah, do you not hear like? I know it's not the same vibe, but it sounds kind of similar. Yeah, this one I'm just waiting on a vocal on, but I think it's going to do well. I like it. I'll play a bit more. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot to rate your track, Adam. I think I would give it a 10 or a 9. I just get sort the mix out and you're there.
crazy there. All right, cool. Let's carry on with the list. This track is coming out tomorrow, but we'll still be glad to receive some feedback. No problem. Yeah, thanks, guys. Glad you like it. I think it's the first time I've played it to someone, but I'm getting a really cool vocalist on it. But it's a bit of a weird style of vocals. I'm not sure if it's going to fit. We'll see. Anyway, so this is Blank Boris Burden. I'm tempted to get more tea. Alright, sounding really nice. Mix is good, drums are great, chords are nice, bass is nice, melody is quite nice. I'm not in love with it. I think maybe what you could have done is just filtered it in a bit more rather than it coming in so open. I think it would have been nicer for it to gradually build. And then here, I think because you have quite a lot of delay on the ARP and on this other lead sound that comes in, they're kind of like going into each other, and it's creating a small amount of dissonance and like uncomfortableness. But it sounds nice. It feels big, but I think maybe you could chill a little bit on the effects on some of the sounds, or maybe rather than having the sounds have their own individual delays and reverbs, putting them through a bus or a return so they have the same timings and the same reverb and stuff like that. I think it might help a bit with not making it feel so, I don't want to say messy, but it was a little bit messy. Other than that, very nice. Really, really nice. Lovely tension. Great bridge. and lovely payoff. All I would say here, this is just I think a personal thing that I would do, is I would do a little bit of an evolution in the bass progression. So you go, no, or something like that. Just some kind of thing that feels like it's evolved and changed a bit. Quite like that delayed kick. Yeah, you're gonna hate me, but it does need a vocal. I know you've already released it, but it's just a very nice instrumental at the minute. A very good instrumental, like a solid 8 out of 10. But it doesn't have anything that makes you go, oh yeah, remember that track that's got that thing on it? Or, you know, it's just like a very well produced song. But yeah, very, very, very good job, man. It's you should be proud of the release. But yeah, I'm just saying things to like try and push it further. You know, like what's going to be the difference between a great track and a really good one. And yeah, unfortunately, it's usually a vocal or some kind of crazy sound design lead or something like that. All right, cool. Moving on. I'm going to do a few more. Just realised I've been going for quite a while. I'm going to run to the toilet, but you guys can listen to one of my tracks, I guess. What have you not heard? I'm doing the thing with Favs, which is quite nice. Oh yeah, I did a track with Rain that's potentially getting signed to Colorize, which is cool. I'll give you guys a little play. You fucking. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do a few more, and then I'm gonna cook some dinner. I might skip you. Oh no, it's okay. There's only these left, so I might get through these three. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'd be interested. Yeah, man, Rain is really good on the piano. He, the person who taught him is the guy who remixed Claire's track, the one that's like getting millions and millions and millions of plays. He remixed Entanglement, the piano version, and he taught Rain, teaches Rain piano. So yeah, he's really, really good with his chords. And I just added like the breaks and the vocal and stuff. All right. So yeah, this is Mason James again. Just in case nobody donate. Oh yeah, wait, somebody did donate. NCA. Who's NCA? NCA, is that, who are you? Something to go with my tea, like a biscuit. NCA, I want to play your song, but I don't know. Maybe it's you, because it's not Madeira. Could be you. Oh yeah, NCA. All right, cool. We'll do you first. Should I download it? Yeah. Higher than you. Probably not. Oh shit. I've got a limiter on. Okay. Let's take this. Sounds pretty good. You're over limiting. You can hear the distortion. It's your kick. I think you might, if you kick too loud, or you just over compressing and over limiting. But sounding good otherwise. That was weird. I feel like the clap should have been here. Then it faded down, and then the vocal came in. But the clap came in just like kind of, it almost felt randomly. I see what you tried to do, but I don't think it should have come in here. It should have like ended the sequence and then gone in. Yeah. It's sounding good. The vocal's nice. The drive's nice. The ARP is nice and simple. Just kind of carries a song, which is good because you've got a vocal in there, so you don't really want like a big distracting ARP. Drums are good. It's just you've mixed it a bit heavy. You've gone a bit like, listen to my song, make it really loud. Like just chill a little bit with your limiting and compression, and everything will feel a lot smoother. It just feels really like squishy. It could be a case of changing the kick. I think you've got a bit of like a tech house style kick. It might be better if you get something that doesn't have such a big, like distorted subtail, like kind of like it's like these. I loaded. I think like this is kind of like the style you've got. It's got like this big thing here. Maybe something a bit more smooth. Yeah, these ones are all like big meaty kicks. So yeah, just try some different kicks, and then if it's not that's the problem, then you probably just over limiting or compressing. But yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's go to here.
You got there's something I can sense to let go. You got me
That didn't really go where I thought it was going to go. You had all this like melodic content. I feel like it should have gone like the chord progression could have carried on, and like the melodic stuff should have carried on, rather than doing the back to the start thing. I mean, that does sometimes work and pay off, but I feel like you went in the wrong direction. This really built into something, and then it was like missing all of that melodic content. Yeah, think you could have worked on this a bit more. I don't know if it's just me who thinks that, but personally, yeah, I think you really like. I really liked this build up here. I was like, okay, something big's coming, and then something big didn't come. It was just back to that same distorted drop. But I think you have potential here for sure. Like, maybe don't use like so much like, I don't want to say like generic effects like this. That sounds just so like, I don't know, a bit basic. Try and make some effects out of the sounds that you have in your track, like you putting big reverbs onto your drums and stuff like that, and then recording them and using them for effects instead. To answer Madeira's question, I will only give you feedback if it's our track. So yeah, it's up to you. You can donate. Either you donate £100 or you submit our track finished. I'm not giving you any feedback. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next person. Where are we? But yeah, thank you for sending it in. Where are you? So that is this one done. Then we are we'll listen to Mason again. You was gonna submit the collab. Is it gonna be? Has it been adjusted though? Is it just you're gonna submit what I sent to you? Because I mean, I don't think I actually heard it the other day. I was like, oh shit, needs more impact on the drop for sure. In fact, let's play it. What? But you're gonna send what I've sent to you. Nice. Where is it? Yeah, I feel like the drop is still not there. Let's see what people say. Actually, it'd be interesting. We'll go along a bit.
Inside of you, dealing with the aftermath emotions. Lost inside your mind, your own worst enemy. Forward or unwind, there's just no remedy. You're running from it all, imaginary wall. Will you reach the end, or will you fall, you fall, you fall, you fall, you fall? This is the ending of it all. You fall, you fall, you fall.
Yeah, what? Well, this is the 2 months ago. I've not heard what you've done to it in a while, but I'm interested to see what you did. Cool. Well, yeah, I want to get that done because I think it's going to do really well. So I'm like on your case about it. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on listening to some tunage. All right, so yeah, we go on Mason James Descent, and then we will do one more, I think. You know what? I don't think I've ever heard dub techno before, and I really enjoyed that. It was like making me daydream and like think of, I don't know what I was thinking of, but it was really nice. It was putting me into a bit of a trance. Yeah, it's hard to give feedback on this one because it's like a genre that I'm not really familiar with. So like what I was thinking in my head is like, oh, I kind of wanted a bit more like impact and transitions that were a bit more, I don't know, just have more to them. But it kind of like the way that you did the transitions and the arrangement, it feels like it didn't really want a lot of like drama. It just kind of wants to cruise along with all these nice floaty things. The kick and the bass was really nice and solid. I guess potentially what I would wanted is something that was not so floaty. So like that guitar, for example, to have something a little bit more drier in the mix that was like taking a bit more of the center stage rather than everything being floaty. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was really nice. Had a really good feel to it. Yeah. All right. I think I've forgotten to rate songs now, but you will give this one a 7. I think maybe a 7. All right, I'm gonna do one more. I'm not answering what people are saying. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Madeira, if you bounce it, it'd be good to hear it in the stream, or I can just listen to it after with you. Light up a spliff and listen to some dub techno. Yeah. Xander in the place. I feel like high drums. Oh yeah, I actually did think of that and forgot to say. That's why I should have paused and say when I think of it. But the drums, the high end in the drums was not very present. Manu just said that. I think could add some high drums. Yeah, I think just maybe the hats and stuff that you had just needed to come up a little bit. They felt a little bit low in the mix. I think it would have helped quite a bit, but not too much, because I think it's supposed to be quite deep and moody. And if you make the hats and stuff a bit too bright, it will kind of counter the theme, I guess. All right, this is the last one. I will download it. Sounding good already. It's a remix. Okay. Oh wait, is this fight? Oh, it's Fight for Us. Fucking, I never read the title. All right. I mean, here we go. No matter what. Fucking bloody remix. I cannot imagine listening to these over and over again, like, and trying to judge them fairly. Like, from the first one to, like, say if there's like even 100, and it's probably more than 100. Like, that is a lot of times to listen to the same bloody vocal and give a fair judgment. You'd have to do it over the course of like a few weeks, I think. 200. Is that the number 200? That's so much. I wonder if Leo listens to them or if it's all down to the label. Well, yeah, anyway, no matter.
trying to divide us both, erase what we found. But my heart, it urges to keep you closer. Come on and light the way, and any evil that we cross will pay. No matter what, I'll fight for us, even if the world becomes all corrupt, dust to dust. We'll escape from reality, give another chance to let dream. No matter what, I'll fight for fight for us. Fight for us. Even if the world becomes all corrupt, dust to dust, we'll escape from reality, give another chance to let dream. No matter even if the world becomes all corrupt, dust to dust, we'll escape from reality.
Yeah, really, really sick. You did a great job, man. It's very well made. The mix feels a little bit oversaturated and compressed. Like everything is very loud, and the vocal keeps kind of fluctuating in volume. So it feels like you need to. I don't know, because I mean, on the other versions I've heard of this, the vocal isn't up and down so much. You especially notice it earlier on. So I'm not sure if you've done something on it, but it feels like it's jumping out a little bit. But other than that, man, it's really good. But it's fucking long. It's so long. You need to cut it down to like 4 minutes max. And like, because even like here, this isn't like the extended part, because it's still like chords and vocals and stuff. So it's like you couldn't mix this part out. It's just a very long song. Like here, you're cooling down, and then it should just go into like, you know, a lot less going on in the track. But you've got this vocal blaring out still. Yeah, then you've got this here. When you do an extended version of a track, which is basically what you've done plus some, you need the two ends on either side, which could be like a minute long, or maybe a minute long, 16 bars, something like that. They need to not have so much melodic content in, otherwise it's really hard to mix if you don't know how to mix. So like if you're mixing out something that's out of key with one another, it's going to sound shit at these moments here. So yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain. So try to just have your ends here where it's just like drums, slight melodic stuff here and there, but not like an ARP going or something like that. But yeah, try to cut down some parts. I mean, it's what you've already submitted it. So yeah, I mean, the feedback's just for the next track that you do. But it's really, really good, man. This could potentially be a winner. It's one of the better ones I've heard. It's very well produced. It changes nicely. The bridge here until the drop was sick. Like you did a really good job here. Nice and creative. Yeah. Spot on. Nice track to finish the stream. And it was also one of the remixes. I was kind of dreading it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, man, it was good. Surprised me. Sorry, I'm not reading what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to master, maybe overcompress. Yeah, just with the master, like you might just be, I don't know if you're saturating, but it feels like, yeah, you're squashing things quite a lot, almost too much. But yeah, cool. Thank you everyone who has submitted the music. I'm gonna cook some food and have another tea and chill. Cool. I'll catch you next week. Probably not Friday because you'll all be in Bound to Divide's one, but maybe Monday or Tuesday or something. Peace out. Thank you for everyone who donated as well, by the way. Really nice of you.